If he likes you, if he wants to take you on a date, the communication needs to be there. Why are you taking me to such an isolated place for our first date? Oh, I'm just looking for something friendly, nothing serious, not really interested in dating. Just like, friendship wise, I can be your friend, you can be my friend. I will never do it. I will never do such a thing. First of all, I'm not thinking about you, sir. You need to be thinking about me. Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to the Between Us and Jesus podcast. My name is Mariam, and this is a podcast where we talk about all things faith, relationships, friendships, and becoming the woman that God created us to be. So for today, we have a little bit of a different video going on. I want to do a get to know me / Q&A video for y'all. So all the way over on Instagram, I posted on my story a little Q&A box, and I just wanted to hear what questions you have for me, anything y'all curious about, and y'all really came through with the questions. So I'm excited to do this little get to know me Q&A. So I think let's just hop right into it. The first question I got asked is, what do you do for a living? So I used to work as an accounting assistant in an accounting firm, and the things that I basically did was assisting the chartered accountant with the accounting duties that they need to do. The main thing I did was assisting the chartered accountant with the accounting work that they did. So I would prepare income taxes, and then the CA would file them. I worked on trust, I worked on company registrations, all that jazz. Was a lot of accounting, and I also did some administration, scheduling, booking, organizing, managing email inboxes. So it was a nice blend of the two of them together. So I used to work as a accounting assistant, but now I'm currently unemployed because I left my job, I think 2 weeks ago. I'm not sure about the time when this video will be posted, but I left my job 2 weeks ago, and I'm in that job hunting, job seeking phase, and I'm very excited for what God has next for me, for the next opportunity, for the next venture. I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, I used to be an accounting assistant. The second question I got, I get this one a lot, especially in the DMs, is people asking me, are you single? Are you single? Are you single? And the main thing for me is I'm gonna be single until I am married. That's it. So yes, I am single, and I will be single until the day that I am married. And during the single season, y'all, I am loving it. I truly believe that being single is a blessing from God. I have this opportunity and this time to invest in myself, to invest in my dreams, my goals, to work on my business, to work on my content creation, to pursue anything that I want to pursue, because I have nothing tying me down. I'm unmarried, I'm single, I don't have children. So I'm really looking forward to what I can do with my life, with this beautiful season and this beautiful time that God has blessed me with. And the third one I always get, I don't know why some people think I am a DJ, or I used to DJ, or I want to DJ. This I get a lot on TikTok. I post my videos, and in the comments someone was like, oh, do you still DJ? Oh, I thought you would quit DJing, so why do you still DJ? DJ where? DJ who? DJ why? I don't DJ. I've never DJed before in my life. I don't know the first thing about being a DJ. Wiki, no. I don't know anything about it. I've never been a DJ. Now, I don't know if I look like a DJ. I don't know what DJ I look like. People are in the comment section asking me, oh, do you still DJ? I never DJed. I'm not a DJ. Never DJed in my life. Not a DJ. Have I been to a club? Yes. But I've never DJed before. I don't know where that comes from. Maybe I have a lookalike DJ. If I do, please let me know. I would love to see her. But I'm not a DJ. Never DJed before in my life. Let's just clear that up, y'all. And I think we're on the fourth one now. How old am I? I'm 24 years old. I'm an April baby. I turned 24 this year, 2026. I was born in 2002, and 24 has been looking good. 24 has been filled with so many blessings, with so many things that I could never expect. And I'm really happy, and I can't wait to see what 25 holds, because 24 has been so good to me. I can't wait to see what 25 will hold for me. And then the next one I got was, I think this was also a question where someone asked me, why did you start the podcast? What led to this? What's the podcast for? I would say for me, I started this podcast because I had a big burning desire within me to speak. So I don't know. If y'all don't know, I'm a yapper. I can yap and I can speak forever, and I love speaking. I'm very extroverted. And I was creating short form content on TikTok and on Instagram. And when I started creating content, I wasn't really talking to the camera. It was just me behind a sound with captions and words. There was not really speaking, but I would put my ideas out there in the caption or put my ideas out there through what I would type. But I had that desire in me, like I want to speak, I want to teach, I want to speak about God more because I have so much to say, but I'm just here looking cute with a cute sound. I'm more than that. There's so much going on here that I want to share with everyone. And that is why I started the podcast. I've been through so much in life. I've gone through so many experiences and I've learned a lot on my journey that I feel like would be so valuable and so worth it to teach you girls, to share the advice with you girls, to maybe uplift someone, encourage someone, or motivate someone, because that's the point of my social media accounts. My social media accounts is mainly to glorify God and to give encouragement, to give light and hope and motivation, and to put a smile on the next girl's face. I want to touch the girls' hearts. I want to speak to their hearts, and that is why I started the podcast, to be able to speak on a longer format, to have more time to speak. That is the point of this podcast, to encourage y'all, to uplift y'all, and to speak about the good things God has done for me, and to glorify God, and to just mainly talk about God, and just to have a space for us girls to yap and to share things with one another and just build a sisterhood with each other. That is the point of the podcast, and that is why I started the podcast, and I've genuinely been loving it. And I can't wait to see how the podcast evolves as the time goes by, what changes, how we upgrade, how we level up. I can't wait to see that, and maybe in a year's time I can come back to this video and I can be like, girls, we did it. Yes, man, we sure did. Yes, yes. So yeah, that's why I started the podcast. I think the next ones I got was more along the storyline vibes, more with dating, relationship advice, and do I have any advice for dates and things like that. And I think I would want to start with a story time if I want to give y'all advice for dates. So my story time when it comes to a date is, I'm gonna tell y'all about the worst date I ever been on. So this happened this year, more close to the beginning of the year. I could tell the guy liked me. I met him through friends. We were all friends. And I could tell he liked me because he was very much asking me questions, very curious about me, very interested in me, and just wanted to know a lot about me. And at this time, I wasn't close to God the way I was supposed to be. I wasn't on my place spiritually. And the first red flag was what happened when we all went home. So I came there, I Ubered to my friend's house, and we were all hanging out, and now it's time to go home. And then he said, oh, I'll drop y'all off at home. So I know him through my friend, ne? I don't know him, I know him through my friend. So my friend been knowing him since high school. And he said, oh, I'll drop the two of you off. Okay, cool. Now we're driving. He first drops her off because her house was the closest. Which is like, bro, you should have dropped me off first, then her, because you barely know me. But okay, he dropped her first, then we driving home. And I remember the night while we were sitting there at the Braai. A Braai is like a barbecue vibe. And he asked me, oh, what's your favorite song? And I said, Mariah Carey. Underneath the stars. Yes, ma'am. And then in the car, he dropped my friend off. Now we're driving home. He played that song, and I'm like, oh, okay, I see you. I see you playing my favorite song. And we're driving, and I think it's like, was it midnight? I'm not sure. But it was very late. It was dark. There was no cars on the road. Man, he's driving so slow. He's driving like 20. And I'm like, why are you driving so slow? This is ridiculous. And it got to a point where I'm like, I need to get home. And I asked him, why are you driving so slow? You can Munster, you can at least drive 60. You driving 20. I'm like, why are you driving so slow? He's like, oh, I don't want the time to end. I don't want the night to end. Things like that. And now we're driving. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm just playing it cool. And then he asked me, oh, so what do you think of me? You know, what do you think of me? And I'm like, not much. I wasn't thinking really about you, you know. What do you want? First of all, I'm not thinking about you, sir. You need to be thinking about me. That's what it is. I'm not thinking about you or, oh, he's no. You think about me. My job is not to think about you. Okay? Driving home. Now we're getting close to my home. And then I found out that his aunt and I live on the same street. And now we're getting close to home and just chit chatting and things like that. And now, when it comes time for me to get out the car, I get out the car, and then he's like, "Oh wait, Mariam, come back." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, can I have your number, please?" I gave him my number. Don't judge me, y'all. We all friends here, okay? We all friends here. I gave him my number. And then I come inside, everything is done. And then the next day I told my friend about everything that happened in the car ride, I think he was trying to be romantic or trying to raise me up or something, I don't know. Then he sets up a date with me. We're chatting and communicating everything, and it comes to the time where he sets up a date with me. And now here is where the advice comes in, girls. Red flag. Why are you setting up a date with me at like 7 or 8 o'clock? That is late. That is late. It's very late. So red flag. The date cannot be so late. Ne? Girls, take notes. Red flag. Number 2, before the date was even established or set up, he wasn't really communicating with me. He didn't even say, "Oh, good morning," or "How are you?" and just chatting with me, talking to me, being interested in me. The communication wasn't there. If he likes you, if he wants to take you on a date, the communication needs to be there. He needs to put in the work, the effort to show his interest in you. That is important. It must be there. That wasn't really there. And yet still I agreed to go on the date. Red flag on my part. We need to be accountable. Major red flag. I need more communication. Like I would text him, answer something that he says, then he wouldn't respond for hours, and then he would text me later the evening or even the next day. No, ma'am. But we're not going to do. Okay? Red flag. And then now time comes for the date. I think it was like 7 o'clock or something. He opens the door. He comes here. He opens the car door for me. We're getting in but we drive to Bloubergstrand Beach. He takes me to Milky Lane. Buys me an ice cream. We get in the car. We sit and we chat. We sit by the beach and we chat. Red flag. Why are you taking me to such an isolated place for our first date? This is not a first date, by the way. A first date is in a public place. It starts maybe at 5 o'clock or at 4 o'clock at a reasonable hour, not at a late dark hour. Absolutely not. This is not a first date. This is a red flag. This is a setup. In an isolated place, I don't really know you. You don't know me. We need to be getting to know each other. None of that needs to be happening in an isolated place. Take notes, girls. Isolated place, chit-chatting, talking, and then how did it happen? I think he says something like, "Oh, I'm just looking for something friendly, nothing serious, not really interested in dating, just like friendship wise, I can be your friend, you can be my friend." Can you see? From the beginning, the red flags were there. From the whole get-go, I should have known this is a hot mess. And then I said, "Oh, well, I probably think we're never going to hang out again. We're never going to see each other because I'm not interested in a friendly, friends with benefits situation. That's just not going to work for me. So we're probably never going to see each other again." Yeah, no sit ek so in die kar. So now we established that we don't want the same thing. We're not interested in, he wants a friendly, friends with benefits thing, and I'm not interested in any of that. But now I'm still in your car. It's late at night. We're sitting by Bloubergstrand Beach. It's dark outside, and I know ain't nothing gonna happen here. And yet still, after establishing, okay, we're not on the same level, we're not on the same plan, he still tried his luck. I think he tried to kiss me and hold my hand, and I was like, I'm not having this. Now, one thing about me, I'm not a girl who can kiss anyone. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not just gonna kiss you for vibes. I will never do it. I will never do such a thing. And I was like, yeah, no, not happening. Sorry, sir. We need to drive all the way home. You need to come drop me off here in my area where I live, and it's awkward. The vibes are awkward. I don't know what he was thinking. This was a bad date. It was a horrible date. It was an awful date. I'm uncomfortable. We're sitting in the car, and his whole mood changed. His whole attitude changed. He's just, man, this was a bad date. I didn't like it. I didn't agree with it. He dropped me over and everything. I told my friend about the bad date. I told my mom. I told my sister. I spoke to the girls about this awful date. Then, because we were all friends, we were all a friendship group. So we were all at the restaurant because we were a group of friends. But he wasn't there with Jack. Wasn't there. We're going to call him Jack, the guy I went on the date with. And we were there with two of the other guy friends. And then The one guy friend texted Jack and said, "Oh, we're at the restaurant with Mariam and them." And he says, "Oh, just by the way, just so you know, I already went on a date with her." What do you mean, bro? So that happened, but I didn't see or hear the situation. Then we went to Waterfront, then we were on our way home, and then my girlfriend tells me this happened. And I was fuming. Why did you say it like that? "Oh, I already went on a date with her." Why did you give that energy? It's almost like, "Oh, I already had her, I already been there." Can you see? I don't play that games. And I was like, "You call, now I'm gonna arrive. Don't look for me, because if you look for me, you will find me." And I was like, I'm gonna put a stop to this. I wasn't gonna tell anybody of the embarrassing things that went down, how I rejected his advances. I'm not that type of girl that would have stayed there. But now that you yapped about it, I had to tell everybody about it. Moral of the story is, this is my bad dating experience, and y'all take notes. How he approaches you, how he pursues you before even the first date happens is very important. Is he communicating with you? Is he active on WhatsApp with you? Is he chatting with you? Is he making an effort to get to know you? And is he setting up proper, decent, respectful dates? Not at the darkest hour in isolated places. No, a proper date where it takes you out somewhere. Not to go get ice cream at Milky Lane. These things matter. And the next question I got is, where do I live? Where am I from? All of that. And I am from Cape Town, South Africa, born and raised Cape Town, South Africa. I've always lived here my whole life, and I do dream of traveling the world wide and abroad. That is a dream and a goal of mine. But yeah, I'm based in Cape Town, and Cape Town is beautiful, y'all. I am really happy to be living here. Sometimes I be having a bad day, then I just think to myself, well, at least I'm not in Joburg. No offense to any of the Josie girls, but at least I'm not in Joburg. I have the Table Mountain view, I have the ocean, I have beautiful hiking trails, I have palm trees. It's giving Miami. It's very much giving Miami. And then one question that I got that I'm very excited to answer is, what is the goal for your content? What do you want to do with your content? And I basically want to speak to what I want to do with the platform that God has placed me with Instagram, with TikTok, and now with YouTube. Is the point is to edify God, to glorify God, and to most importantly give y'all advice, guidance, and show other women what God can do with our lives, how God can bless us, how God can bring about a change and take you from somewhere that you were stuck in to a place that you never thought you could be. Just how God can change your lives, how He can change the person that you are and the person that you are becoming. One good example is, I used to be someone who used to always be loud, abrasive, and just speak in a very vulgar manner. Now I can't even imagine speaking too loud. That's why I have the mic to help me. Like, my voice is very subtle and calm. My heart is calm. I'm more soft. I'm more feminine. I'm just a gentle little flower. And that isn't something I did. That's the calmness that God brought about in my heart, the peace that He blessed me with. And that's just one example of how God can bring about a change and just change something within you. And ultimately the goal is to inspire, to motivate, to encourage, to uplift, and to build community. I want to speak to you girls. I want to engage with you. I want us to be like sisters in Christ. That's what I want. A little sisterhood, our little corner of the internet where we can glorify God, where we can break bread together and just share beautiful things with each other, just share this beautiful life with each other. And I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to it. We are in the beginning stages and we're building the ship while we fly it, and we're learning. I'm definitely learning. Like, things have changed on the podcast. A lot of things have changed, but it's things that y'all can't see. Well, first of all, the background changed. That's one thing y'all can see, but the tripod, the light, the setup, the way I film the podcast, the way I prepare for the podcast, those things has changed, and it has definitely leveled up. When I started, I didn't have a mic, I didn't have a tripod, I didn't have a stand, I didn't have a light, I didn't really have a way to prepare yet. But now I have that. Like, things have just upgraded, and God has placed me with so many ideas and ways to level up the podcast. And can you see the changes that is coming about, and it's still in the early days. So that's the point. That's my why. That's what I want to use my platform for. That's what I want to use social media for. There's so many vulgar things, so many wild things, so many things that go against God, that's not really uplifting or inspiring, and that us women shouldn't aspire to. All of those stuff is out there on the internet. But I don't think the internet is a bad place. It just depends on how you use it. So my goal is to craft a little corner for us on the internet to bring that light on the internet. And there's so many Christian creators, and I love watching them. I love engaging with them. I find their content to be so much fun, and I hope to be a Christian creator who can bring fun to your life, who can bring a little bit of humor, and we can talk about serious topics as well at the same time. I hope to be that creator for y'all. So if there's any questions that you have, any dilemmas you are dealing with or facing that you need advice or guidance on, please leave it for me in the comment section below. I will make sure to take a note about it and to talk about it in the next video topic, because these videos, these podcasts are for y'all. It's for you, it's not for me. So I want to talk about things that you want to hear, things that you are going through, and give you advice that you're actually asking for. And if there's any topic that you have for me, topic that you would love to be discussed, or you want to have a little debate, leave it for me in the comment section. I will get to it, and it will be in the next podcast episode, y'all. And I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in. I'm really grateful for this podcast, really grateful for this platform, and I can't wait to see what God does with our little community that we are building over here. And if you want to chat with me on a more personal level, you can find me on TikTok and on Instagram. I'm active every single day on there, and we can chat. Just send me a DM. And before we close off this video, I just want to tell y'all that please remember that you are blessed, you are still blessed, and God is still busy writing your story. And have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all in the next one.